Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how I put on bigger tires on my Talaria MX4. I had Psycho Gear mount my tires for about 120 bucks. They put on heavy duty tubes for another $60. Putting on beefier tires like this does not come without its challenges. And let me show you what I had to do. Now that I'm in the garage, it's time to get these new tires onto the bike. Now I'm doing the fronts first to balance out the bike a little better. And this is actually where I learned I have some clearance issues. Right. And this is where I also learned my chain isn't long enough. So right now I'm just installing the brakes. You want to make sure you're able to stop. That's going to be pretty important. Installing the front tires was actually a struggle. Took a lot of shimmying, but I think I got it. Getting those brakes again. Cool. Now before we go for a test drive, I want to know how it sits in the clearance. Got to bed in those brakes. All right, so that's the clearance that I have. Right now it is touching the chain. And those are the fronts. It is rubbing on the bulge of that fork up there. This is Terrence's bike. It's got a lot of clearance. Has no issues. So I ordered a non-O-ring chain off of Amazon with a chain breaker. With this setup, I added 8 links to what I originally had. So with the new chain setup, I'm able to push the axle as far back as possible. And as you can see in this footage here, I've got space in between the tire and the chain, and that right there is just enough for clearance. And then as far as the cross member goes, the part that connects both sides of the swing arm, I had to shave it down with an oscillating tool ever so slightly, because at high speeds the tire actually gets taller and thinner at the same time because of centrifugal force. And it actually rubs on those suspension components there. But now, no more issues. That's the undershot and the side shot. That is pushed back as far as possible. Oh, and by the way, you can use the bolts on the chain tensioner on either side to adjust the alignment of the rear tire. Side by side, look compared to Terrence's 2 3/4 inch wide Shinkos versus mine. And these are my front tires. Showing you how I shaved it down just a little bit just to fit them in between the forks up front. So I'm going to show you the process of how I got these front tires to fit in between the forks. It's the front and the rear comparison. So I took an oscillating tool. I know this is sacrilege, but I just shaved down the side of those lugs there. And it doesn't affect performance or traction in any way, especially for the way that I ride, and that's straight riding most of the time. That's me showing you how much I cut off there. Another issue that I ran into was this chain being really, really loose. When I was on the gas or accelerating, it felt like it was skipping a link. So to combat this, I actually went out and bought a 52 tooth sprocket from Warp 9. It's a really nice look. It's a little bigger, and installing it was not a problem. So I got that installed, and the chain looks much better. Less play, for sure. And when I gas it, it doesn't skip. Here's the before, and here's the after. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
All right. 3,
Stay
2,
tuned for the
1,
next video
go.
where I test it against Terrence's bike. Thanks for watching.